Hi, my name is Kim Goeltom, and I'm a certified master wellness coach and the founder of the Empowered Living for Superwomen program. I'm very excited to be here with you today and to share with you my favorite carrot energy ball recipe. So I want you to kind of think of this as a take on carrot cake. And so what are all the ingredients that are in carrot cake? Well, carrots, nutmeg, cinnamon, right? There might be sugar. And so we're doing a clean eating version of carrot cake, but as an energy ball. I love energy balls because they're great to put in a little container when you're on the go. If you're, working on a long day with projects and you don't have a lot of time for snacks, you can just pop into the fridge, grab one or two, and you're set, right? Because these are protein-packed energy to get you through those slumps. Okay, so let me share with you what's in this one. Obviously, we've got carrots, and that's an incredible amount of vitamin A, great for your eyes. But we also have garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas. Tons of protein. This is where you're going to get a chunk of that energy. We also have oats. Oats are naturally gluten-free. I do recommend always getting organic, as wheat and those types of crops are, including oats obviously, are sprayed with pesticides more often than not. So getting organic, plus double check your packaging. Some, they are naturally gluten-free, but not all of them are produced in gluten-free manufacturing facilities. So you do want to be mindful of that. And then we've got a little bit of vanilla extract, freshly grated nutmeg. I love using a whole nutmeg and freshly grating it. And then cinnamon. Something I do want to mention about spices. Again, you want to make sure your spices are organic. If they're not, then chances are they've been radiated. And so you want to make sure that they are non-irradiated. And this means that when you get organic and non-irradiated, you're preserving the medicinal properties. Other words, basically the medicinal properties have been cooked out of it. And so you do want to be mindful of that so you can take benefit of all that. Cinnamon is one of those that's really great at regulating blood sugar. And because we are trying to be a little healthier these days, and I want to really share some clean eating options that are going to give you lots of power and not give you highs and sugar crashes, we're using mejdool dates. These are naturally sweet. These are pitted. You do have to be careful when you're purchasing them. Sometimes they have pits in, which is fine. You just have to make sure you open them and take the pits out because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're grinding pits in any kind of interaction. And there we go. So we've got our dates. And then I've got peanut butter. And of course, for this recipe, you can always customize based on what you enjoy most. If you prefer sunflower seed butter, almond butter, cashew butter, whatever the case may be, but this is peanut butter. Okay, that's it. That's all the ingredients. And we're gonna stick them in the food processor. So we do have 2 steps to this process because I need to shred the carrots first before I add in all the other ingredients. So I just have my food processor ready to go, and I've got my shred gadget right here. Gonna go ahead and get this locked and loaded. And I only need half a cup. And I've got it shut up on the shred disc. It's really quite easy, huh? I don't know if you've ever used this feature on a food processor, but I love it. And of course, if you have extra afterwards, you can throw them in a salad. You can also purchase shredded carrots already, so you don't have to do this piece. And of course, if you purchase shredded carrots, you've just saved yourself one extra step. So we're going to take this out. Pop these over here for a moment. Get my little trusty measuring device here. And we're going to go ahead and get out half a cup. Perfect. Shake that up. Yep, we are good. Just going to add that to the top of the dates for the moment. gonna get the rest of this out of here because we won't need it. And now I've got shredded carrot for salad later, or any other recipe I want to make. And I'm not too worried about some of the loose ones that are in here. Okay, I'm gonna put my food processor back together, except this time, I'm gonna put the little grinder guy in there. Get my little lid back here. Let's see, actually before I do the lid, I'm gonna go ahead and put the chickpeas in here. I like to do these one at a time, just to make it a little easier. Next, actually, let's see, I'm gonna do the dates. Oh yeah, the dates. I'm saying one thing and pulling another. We're gonna do the dates with the carrots. I like having the dates on top of the chickpeas because the dates can be a little dry. Now this recipe is naturally very moist, and so I don't want to add any additional moisture. But now I've got in here the garbanzo beans, also known as the chickpeas, the carrots, and the dates. This one you might have to hold on a little tighter. Dates are strong. And you can always use your spoon or your spatula just to kind of stir things up a little bit. Make sure it's catching everything. And it's okay if there's little chunks. This doesn't have to be perfectly blended as far as you making the pieces invisibly small. Because it is nice when you can have a little bit extra texture. Okay, looking good so far. Alrighty, so this one is our extra one. That's gonna go to salad another day. Then we've got our oats. We're gonna add that in here. And again, I don't want this to turn into like oat flour or anything, because I still want it to have some texture, but I'm gonna just move things around to make sure everything is getting evenly distributed. As you start to put in more ingredients, you'll notice you do need to stir it a little bit more. Okay, it's looking good. Alrighty, so what's next? Let's do the nut butter. And again, you can always use whatever your favorite nut butter is, or seed butter. Sky's the limit. The peanut butter get a little stronger, so you want to make sure you hold on to that. Mine does have suction cups, but it's still nice to hold on to just to be on the safe side. As you can see, it's starting to clump up a lot. Okay. And then I'm going to use my spoon again to just kind of move things around a little bit, since it's starting to clump up a little bit. It's looking good and smelling amazing. Okay, and then I'm adding in the cinnamon, my freshly ground nutmeg, and vanilla extract. You just want it evenly blended, but you just don't want it to be ground so much that there's no texture. Okay, now we're ready for the next part. So gonna use my little spoon here, and now we're gonna roll this into our energy balls. I took off my rings in advance to make it a little easier. And there we go. We are all set. This is all we do. And then we put them in the refrigerator. They're gonna solidify and get a little bit harder within the next 45 minutes to an hour after you put them in the fridge. So you just make them whatever size you want. You can make them bigger or smaller, depending upon how big everyone in your family likes them. So you have a lot of flexibility for how these are made and how you choose to make them. But that's it. I'm actually gonna make that one a little bit smaller. And because we didn't grind everything to a powder, right? The carrots or the oats, you can see them. You can see there's texture, which is gonna be fun because when you eat it, you're gonna have the texture too. So thank you so much for being with me today, learning how to make a easy yet power-packed, energy-producing energy ball. So I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are when you go ahead and try it, or share with me some of your favorite energy ball recipes. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care. Bye-bye.